Today we are going to talk about two quick words, greatest and least. Greatest is a fancy word for big or the most of something. Least is a fancy word for small or the smallest amount of something. So if I look at all four of the coins that we've talked about, what would have the greatest or the biggest value? Quarter, dime, nickel, or penny? If you said quarter, you are right because a quarter is worth 25 cents. So that would be the greatest value of my coin. All right, then, so I used quarter. What would be my second biggest value? So after my quarter, I have dime, nickel, and penny. You're right, dime. So a dime is worth 10 cents. So I would put that right after my quarter. All right, now I have nickel and penny left. I know that penny is my smallest, so I'm going to put that right here because a penny is 1 cent. So that leaves nickel would be right in the middle of dime and penny because a nickel is only worth 5 cents. Please watch my examples so that you know what to do today for your activity.
Today, you're going to be taking all the change you see and you're going to be putting it from biggest value all the way to the smallest value. Or in other words, you're going to go from greatest to least. So here I have some coins. My job right now is to figure out what are these coins. So here I'm looking at one or even a few, and it says $quarter on them. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these around because I know a quarter is the biggest amount of coins that you could have, or biggest value. A quarter is 25 cents, when everything else that we've talked about is smaller. So I have my greatest coin value here. Now I'm going to go to the next one. Do I have a dime left over? Because a dime is 10 cents. I don't see a dime, so I'm going to go to my next one. I see these are 1 cent. That's a penny. And this on the back says 5 cents. So that will go next. That is my nickel. Then I will put my 2 pennies next there. Now, what the homework today will say is draw and label the coins from greatest to least. So I'm going to be writing down, I have 4 quarters, 1 nickel, and 2 pennies, making sure they don't look like D's for dimes. All right, now I'm going to count this up, but I look and see here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters, and I know 4 quarters equals 100 cents or $1. So I just skipped a bunch of steps there. Is that okay? If you can find an easier way to count your change, you can definitely do that. So now I'm going to keep on adding here. 100 plus 5 is 105 cents. 105 plus 1 is 106 cents. And 106 plus 1 is 107 cents. Now I'm going to write it in 2 ways. I have 107 cents, and then I want to write it in the dollar way. Here, do I have a dollar? I do. So I'm going to put $1, just like I have here in my hundreds. Then I have 0 tens and 7 ones. So it looks just like the number again, but with the decimal point after the dollar. Today's activity is going to be talking about how to count coins, but to draw and label them from greatest to least. Greatest is just another word for big. So the biggest amount of money you're going to start with, and then it'll go all the way down to the least amount of money. Now, make sure, do not forget, you are not going from the biggest coin to the smallest coin. You're going from the biggest value. So, how much it is. All right, so here I have a bunch of coins just kind of sprawled about. What I want to do is figure out what coins these are before I draw them. So here I have some coins that are all the same. And if I look very closely, it says 1 dime on them. So these 3 must be a dime. I know this one is a penny because it's a different color than everyone else. And the president on the penny is looking the other way. So here I have 2 more coins. I'm unsure, but if I look closely at the back here, it says $quarter. So that's a quarter. This one is different sizes. So this is not a quarter. What do we have left? That's right, a nickel. So here I have 1 quarter, 3 dimes, 1 nickel, and 1 penny. I'm going to write that out from greatest to least. So here I have 1 quarter. I have 3 dimes, so dimes are 10 cents. They would go next. Okay, then I have 1 nickel. Nickel's 5 cents, so it would go after my 10. And then 1 penny, which is 1 cent, and that would be my smallest amount of coins. Now, the second part here, it says find the total value and write it 2 ways. So here I have a quarter, 25 cents, plus a dime, which is 10. 25 plus 10 is 35, plus 1 more 10 is 45. I'm adding another 10. My tens place is the only one that will change. So 45 plus 10 is 55. Plus 5, that is going to be 60. And then plus 1 more penny. So 60 plus 1 is 61 cents. Okay, now I have my total. I'm going to write it in 2 ways. The first one, I'm going to write the cents way. And the second one, I'm going to write in the dollars way. Now, do I have a dollar here? 61? I don't. So I'm going to put a 0 there. My decimal point, which means that it's smaller than a dollar. So I have 61 cents.